two things. We're going to hit an Ethan Page promo.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Because there's a piece of news that it relates to that was announced earlier in the night during the opening match, and figured kind of wrap with the opening match. But at one point we had Lexi with Ethan backstage. Everyone's kind of wanted to know why they end up attacking MJF. He said there was a change of plans, but the firm didn't change the plans. MJF changed the plans. He said he was going to do things on his own, but he didn't get the number one contendership on his own. So they changed plans on him, and they actually helped Mox by making sure MJF wasn't going to be 100% going into the show. But this is the news coming out of this. Not out of this, but they announced it earlier. But Ethan Page says he's going to be in the World Title Eliminator Tournament, and so he's also going to be at Full Gear, because I'm assuming that's when it culminates.
Okay. The World Title Eliminator Tournament.
Yeah, because they announced it in the opening match, in Mox's match. But
yeah. Oh, yeah. They did say, like, they got to get better doing these things, though.
Yeah. So I'm guessing from Page, what he said, I'm assuming the tournament wraps up at Full Gear, and the winner's getting a title shot at Winter is Coming. And then he'll do what MJF isn't going to do, which is beat Jon Moxley.
Well, he's not going to beat Jon Moxley.
Moxley probably won't even be the champion.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jon Moxley will not be the champion. Because if Jon Moxley beats MJF, I'm going to riot. I'm going to, like, what did you waste a month of my time on all this MJF stuff for if he wasn't going to win the belt?
The only reason I have any doubts,
yeah, guarantee.
The only reason I have any doubt is because of things that they've done in the past, which is have who they think is going to win lose at the pay-per-view, because they're going to have like a hometown rematch in like the next big in-between event, like a Winter is Coming kind of thing. Like the next big Dynamite. And then, so the only thing that would give me any cause to pause is by the time we get to Full Gear, do they have a Long Island show announced? Because if MJF is going home, he's either already he literally would have had to win the title on the pay-per-view before, or he's winning it at home.
Yeah, I mean, they were just up in New York, though.
Yeah, they're still in New Jersey.
Yeah,
at Full Gear.
Yeah, there's still New Jersey. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna go somewhere else.
I hope so. They need to come back to the Midwest, more specifically, right around here.
They should come back to Detroit again.
Man, imagine if I got to go to my first football game a couple weeks later, Christmas, yay, woo, whatever. There's no kids in the family, it's not the same. And then like just weeks later, like in January, we have AEW. I'm like, that'd be a fun month.
Give it.
In the actual Mox versus Daddy Magic opener, they talked about the tournament, and Dante Martin was the first name revealed to be a part of it.
So he's going to be losing the first round.
We'll see who he faces, because if who he faces also is someone we don't have really much faith in, they might let him get past the first round.
Just to shock you.
Yeah, like
hey, we didn't just throw him in here to put on one good match. We put him in here to put on two good matches.
Plus a win over someone that could be a world champion type contender, but you know they're not going that route. I mean, they'd be like, hey, here's a time that we can kind of, pop Dante a little bit.
Smart. But AEW doesn't really do that. they tend, or like it seems to me like they tend to protect their top guys.
The last time I can remember it happening to probably this level would probably be Private Party beating the Young Bucks in the first round of a tag team tournament for the first titles.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, how long ago was that?
So
yeah, AEW protects their top people. They lose rarely,
probably.
even in situations that don't really matter. They rarely lose.
So they crowned the first champion on the very first Dynamite. They started either the tournament that night as well or shortly thereafter. Tag team title was a big deal, so that was very quick to develop. But yeah, the match itself, simple. Cool Hand Ange gets involved a lot. It's the only reason the match isn't over in like 4 minutes, but Mox still wins. Rear naked choke.
Yeah, he gets Daddy Magic in the rear naked choke.
He just wanted to rub them nipples.
Still talking about wrestling.
In his ears, like, are your nipples hard now, Daddy Magic?
If he did, that would be hilarious. And then I'd be a Jon Moxley fan, finally.
Be funny.
That would be all I need.
But he was celebrating. Music's going. But quickly interrupted by Stokely. And Lee Moriarty is with him. That's the only one with him, which, until you knew where this was going, it kind of felt like, are they going to attack him from behind again? But once they started talking, it became...
feel like it.
Anytime there's only one or two people of a very big faction that walk out on the stage, my brain is going, okay, the other ones are going to be at ringside, aren't they? But once they started talking, there's a very different point to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of picked this one out right away. Because I was like, all right, it's Stokely and the one member of the firm that's gotten the least amount of shine. Clearly, that means he's about to get him a title shot right here.
Was it a title match, or were they just fighting?
It's a non-title. It might be non-title that they didn't. I don't think they. I don't know if they specified.
Because neither would surprise me on a regular basis, but considering you just had an AEW like eliminator matchup for one.
No, so I think that makes I think it is a title shot because what Mox said after that makes it seem like a title shot. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, you do deserve a shot. You're really good, doing the typical babyface thing, but you're not ready for me because I'm Jon Moxley. I stick my chest out when I walk."
Yeah, he basically was like, yeah, we know how good you are. We wanted you for the BCC, but here you are hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah.
If you wanted to fight, all you had to do was ask. Then they threw up a graphic for the World Title Eliminator Tournament for like a few seconds and still really didn't explain it worth the lick.
Yeah, because I still don't get it. I'm going to have to find out more information later.
I mean, nothing will ever be worse than them rushing off the air, announcing, like, reading off a giant paragraph like 4 times in 2 minutes. Like, cool. And by giant paragraph, I just mean the lower left corner graphics card. So it's not even like you got to read a whole screen, because nobody else could read it unless you had a 75-inch TV.
Yeah, I didn't catch it all or anything.
But you would have had to completely take your time away from watching the match because it was also going on right at the end of the main event. Like, this is just stupid. See, I have no problem saying AEW can be stupid. It's just they've never pissed me off as much as they did by trying to ruin Hobbs' career tonight.
Yeah, see what you did to us, AEW.
I literally just popped over a man who goes by Daddy Magic and his hard nipples. I'm not hard to please. I am entertained by a lot. And you just had to kill it.